William Bishop's blood is much... more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Come on, I don't have all night.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Yes, Doctor?
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
first place?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to...
I don't like... How is...
Not well.
Why is Milton?
Milton's...
Why did...
I don't...
How would you just...
It's...
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the... You must... Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Daily routine.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right.
How is your stay with...
Oh, it's bull.
Can I ask you
It's the pain, sir.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me.
You don't seem
My
worried.
face hurt.
Can I do it?
Nurses get...
Where...
I really...
No.
You weren't.
Goodbye for now.
Damn. It's there again.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
How Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
You remain...
Thank you, Doc.
How did you...
I had received...
Why?
William,
You...
I'm just a...
What
The
is...
situation... Since Clay...
Has... Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife, Edwina, who runs the show.
Do you...
Tom?
Who should I have...
Not re...
People...
How...
Not you... What...
I'm a...
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton?
Not at all. That's a...
How... You're in...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked. Good evening, miss.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well,
You keep calling me more...
well, Dr. Reed.
Who are...
Is that...
I'm...
Most...
I'm...
It's an... I'm not...
I...
Thank...
Who are... And
I don't need...
Never. It's
delusional, you said.
please. I'll leave you. Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we
Actually,
Doctor?
he was all...
What can you...
Summer.
Any... yeah.
Don't get me...
Tell me...
No,
You...
I'll...
What is the...
This house...
It's...
Don't...
Goodbye, Doctor.
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Good evening, sir.
I thought
That's...
you...
I'm not...
Well,
You...
No.
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Doctor.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody... So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hutchins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well. balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. I cannot enter. These scalps feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. It's locked. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. The chest was originally opened. A puncture. Signs of Tippett. Tippett has made a... be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir.
A colleague?
Not anymore, sir.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But...
Please show.
Of course. Good evening, Doctor.
Have we met before?
I don't think so.
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy.
Why
It was for... Why? Because...
Are you afraid?
Why should...
An interest, sir. How do...
After... Yes, sir. With the...
Who?
I'm the...
Since you're not a... No. Do you think you...
I don't think...
So,
No.
you're a...
No, Doctor.
Do you...
As
quite...
Yes.
Goodbye, Miss...
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very apprehensive about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me,